This is a game called Just One. Just One, it's a really fun game. I think it's good for people who are really into board games and people who don't really care at all about board games. It's kind of a fun game that everyone can enjoy, kind of like Codenames or something like that. What's going to happen is you're all working together, so it's a cooperative game, and you're going to give yourself a deck of 13 cards. Each card, you're going to try and either succeed or fail as a team, and the more you succeed at, the more points you get, the better you did. This is one of those games where it's not really like if you accomplish X, you all win, and if you fail to do that, you all lose. Instead, it's just you get a certain number of points, and the more points you get, the better you did. So there's kind of one of those tables at the back of the rule book. It essentially tells you how good you should feel about yourself based on how many points you got. So for example, if you got 4 to 6 points, it says that's a good start, try again. If you get 11 points, it says awesome, that's a score worth celebrating. So the more points you get, the better of a human being you are, I guess is what it comes down to. What's going to happen is on your turn, you're going to draw a card, and everyone else is going to see it except for you. There's 5 numbers on here, and each one corresponds to the word. You're going to say a number. Let's say I said 1. Everyone is now going to try to give me a clue to help me guess what word is in the 1 spot. So in this case, we've got hammer. So I'll put this here on my board. Everyone else has one of these boards, and they have a marker. So they're going to write their clue on the board, and they're going to show that board to me in just a moment. But for now, everyone's going to write their clue in such a way that neither I nor anyone else can see what word they're writing. Now the key thing is they can only write one word, nothing more. And the other key thing, let's say, I don't know, sickle, because you got a hammer and sickle. Maybe somebody writes nail because hammer and nail. Somebody writes tool for obvious reasons. And let's say somebody else writes tool as well. Now before I get to see what everyone's clues are, they're all going to show them to each other. And any 2 people have the same word, like these guys, are both going to have to turn their boards face down. So the only clues I get to see are the 2 that nobody else wrote. And obviously had 3 people written tool, all 3 of them would turn their board face down. So they're going to face these boards to me. Now I can look up, I can see what the words are. And based just on the boards that are left, I have to guess what word this is. And I only get one guess. If I get it correct, I'd put it over here. It's worth a point. If I get it incorrect, put it somewhere else. Obviously that means I don't get the point, but then I also have to pay a penalty. We take another card from the deck and we throw away that one as well. So getting it wrong is basically worth -2. Third option is you could just pass. If you pass, then you take the card that you don't know the answer to, you put it to the side. Put it to the side. You don't get any points, but at least you also don't lose any points. When you're done, it's going to pass to the left. Everyone erases their boards, they take them back. The next player draws a card, chooses a number. You try to help them figure out what the word is. There's 13 cards in the deck. If you're on your 13th card and somebody who's guessing gets it wrong, then you lose that card, and you pull one of the cards from your successful pile, and you lose that one as well. That's the basic gist of the game. As with all of these, there's a few rules about what you can and can't write. You can write a digit, a number, an acronym, automatopoeia, a special character such as the $sign, or of course just a word like you were supposed to do in the first place. What's considered an invalid clue is if you write the word in a foreign language, you write an invented word, you write something that is phonetically identical to the mystery word, but the meaning of it is different. So if you wrote W-H-E-T-H-E-R to help somebody guess W-E-A-T-H-E-R, and you can't say a word from the same family as the mystery word. So it gives the example, if the word is prince, you can't say princess. As far as comparing everyone's clues, any 2 words that are identical cancel each other out, but also 2 words that are different from the same family. So again, prince and princess cancel each other out, as well as, of course, the pluralization or a gender change of words. So if I wrote actor, you wrote actress, those would cancel each other out as well. As far as guessing is concerned, if they guess the word correctly, great. Technically, if they guess a word where they were thinking of a word that's spelled differently but pronounced the same. So if they were thinking of a knight that goes into battle, K-N-I-G-H-T, and the correct answer was knight, N-I-G-H-T, that would still be correct because they said the word knight, which is all that matters. That's basically how the game works. Like I said, it's really simple. The more cards you get right, the more points you get, and the better you are at this game. Enjoy.